Tom, thanks for joining us. A sobering night.
Yeah, we at the end of a really tough run of games, a period that's had a lot of emotion and a lot of travel. I think we just struggled to get to our physical best, perhaps our mental best as well. And they're a very good side. You can see that they've got some talented players. So yeah, a disappointing night at the end of a very good run. Plenty of learning for the group, plenty of learning for the staff on how to go about these fixtures against the best teams. But we've just not got to our best tonight, and there's probably some reasons for it, and understandable. But we'll go away frustrated that we've not probably given the game we were hoping for.
Yeah, the high press from them really smothered you.
They've trapped us in certain areas, and we've backed the lads to try and play out of that, which we did on a number of occasions. We just went a little bit passive, so even when we managed to play through their pressure or around their pressure, we just didn't get really aggressive with the ball at that point, and we seemed to reset again. And it was like a nice football match, which probably suits Oxford a little bit more, the form they were in tonight. So loads of learning. We've got to be more aggressive with the ball, which we tried to be in the last half an hour, putting 2 on the top or 4 on the top line at times. But yeah, we perhaps made it a bit too much of a nice football match, going up against such a team like Oxford.
Yeah, it almost felt to somebody watching the sideline, a game you just needed somebody to rattle one of their players and maybe just get it going and get the crowd going.
I thought we started really well. We started well. We had a few set pieces. We had good territory, and then a really soft goal. But we tried to find a half-time. Discussed how do we find that spark? How do we get the crowd with us? How do we generate some tempo? Make it a faster football match? And the lads kept trying, but we just didn't land on that second ball, and we just couldn't find that spark that we were searching. A few little scruffy bits towards the end, and half chance or two, but we've not created enough volume around their goal. And again, we'll reflect, as we always do, whether we win, draw or lose, reflect with the same process, loads of honesty in the room, both ways, from players and staff, try and make everybody in a better place, and then we've got 2 good cup games to look forward to.
Yeah, a lot of possession, but a lot of it with your 3 centre-halves.
Yeah, again, we were perhaps a little bit nice and a bit passive with the ball. We had a couple of ideas to get us past their front line, and they rolled out at times, but we seemed to just reset. We've changed the gear in the last few games. When we've beat a press or played round a press, we've had like a shift in gear. Tonight we didn't. We sort of did that work. It took a lot of concentration with technique and tactically, and then when we got out, it just didn't go anywhere. So they're well drilled. He's obviously a very good coach. They've got very good players at their disposal, and yeah, they trapped us in corners of the pitch where it made us uncomfortable. And perhaps we did have a little bit too much ball in that within our defensive unit. As
you said, the first goal, a soft one, a near post header. Yeah,
we're disappointed on that. We don't concede many goals, Michael. Like, we're right. Our stats are brilliant with that, and it's just disappointing that it's 2 softish goals tonight. We want people to have to work very hard to score against us. We've been brilliant on defending set pieces in recent games. So again, reflect. It's never a witch hunt. It's a collective. Like, what can we do better? How can we tweak things? But we'll take the learning and bounce on to the next challenge.
As you said, never a witch hunt, but a bad moment for Luke, because he's had made some very good saves in the first half, had a good season so far, but just a disappointing moment for him.
He'll be disappointed because his standards are so high. Every day in training, his standards are incredible. He drives the hell out of the rest of the group. He's quite scary at times with it, but he's been fantastic since he joined the club. Like, what a man, what a player, and I think he's an asset for the football club. But he'll be very disappointed with himself just because of his high standards. He's got ridiculously high standards, but he'll take his learning and he'll move on. And yeah, no drama from us as a staff or the players around him.
And just a word on Sean, he seemed to come off with a knock. Was that a change you were making anyway, or has he got an injury you're a bit concerned about?
Yeah, I'm hoping it's not too bad. He just twisted his ankle on his landing. We wanted to get Dylan Duffy on to try and be a bit more progressive. When we went to 3-5-2, we were trying to get 4 on the top line, try and search him. For Adam Jackson's quality was excellent tonight with his diagonals. We were trying to search their back line a little bit, hoping to create something. But yeah, I'm hoping Sean's fine, but there was a tactical decision as well.
Thanks, Tom.
Hey, Tom. Michael asked about sort of playing through the Oxford press. Was it part of the game plan to play the long balls over it?
We haven't searched them enough in the first 60 minutes. Like, our game plan in the end was to try and do that. I think with their structure, how they set themselves up, they were very organised. I think it's having different ways to affect the opposition. We've done it neatly, tidily in the last couple of games, but sometimes you have to go a bit bigger over the top. So we'll go away and take our learning. We've not had loads of training time. We've had to sort of show them utopia and the perfect world a little bit. Tonight was one where we needed a plan B or a few different ideas which we've not been able to affect.
You said plan B, you brought that triple change in the second half. Do you think that was effective towards the end of the game?
I think it caused a bit of chaos and a bit of volume. It allowed us to hit the top line a little bit earlier. But we were hoping for more opportunities from that. But yes, it's something for us to think about, like what do we go to if the perfect world's not happening against a very good team, obviously. But yeah, the change was okay. Perhaps wanted a little bit more volume from it.
And Mandrea had his first start after his suspension. What do you make of his performance?
Yeah, Dan did fine. Dan linked it nicely. Had a few moments. He's always looking on the horizon to try and create something on the top line, and we will encourage that, of course. But I thought his work ethic was good. He did his responsibilities without the ball very, very well, which we chatted about with him before the game. Yeah, nice solid return to play from Danny Mandrea.
And Jack Vale's first start, was he impressive for you as well in the part he played?
Yeah, a lot of information for Jack without the ball and how he set up and how he set up for a period of time. So he was figuring that out as the game went on. I thought he got better and better with that, and he's got a burst of pace. So we just need to find the best way to feed that and the best way to get him in his best moments.
Nice one.